What? Somebody talking shit? Oh.
Well, Uriah, it feels like you seem relaxed. I mean, you feel like this is like the most kind of relaxed and calm you've been going into a fight in a while?
Yeah, man. I feel good. You know, it was a rocky camp. Started out good, got a little slump, coming back up high, finishing with that pop. You know, so I feel really good.
Is it just a matter of coming off a victory and not having to think about, you know, breaking a losing streak or what happened last time, or is it more than that?
Fuck all that, man. It's about the journey, man. People ain't gonna understand that. There's a reason why I'm in the cage. I mean, octagon. And people are outside watching. You know, a lot of people don't understand that mindset. Like, I'm sure every fighter that's gonna fight Sunday had an outside battle, but the majority of you guys probably don't give a shit about that. It's not your job to, but that's the fight. That's the most important fight, because you have to handle all that, and then you got to come in here and do what you do. People don't see that side, so it's a journey, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process.
I think people are expecting you to come out and be flashy and be spectacular, but Vitor's still dangerous early, right? I mean, do you feel like the early part is when you do have to be most cautious?
You know, every fight is dangerous. Vitor is dangerous. He's one of the first guys I watch against Vandalay, I think, when he just blitzed homeboy across the cage. Listen, people are going to say their stuff, but when you're in there, all bets are off, and that's the great thing about MMA. You never know what's going to happen. You look at boxing, though, you can tell someone's going to get their ass whooped. You know what I'm talking about. But MMA is just different. It's a different breed, you know. Someone could go in there with an amazing high-level stand-up skill set next to you, know. They're in the air doing their spinning kicks. Homeboy, grab them out of the air, submit them. That's what's so cool about MMA. You never know what's going to happen, so all bets are off when you're in there.
And last thing for me, I mean, does this fight mean something special to you? I mean, I know it's the 40-year-old Vitor Belfort, but it's still one of the legends of the game. I mean, would a win here mean something special to you?
Yeah, you know, I mean, on paper it'll look good. For me personally, it's just getting the chance to go up one of the greatest, man, you know. Maybe someday I'll tell my kids, hey, man, your daddy whooped this guy's ass, and that's cool to look back on.
Vitor said it's going to be his last fight after this is he's retiring. What do you think is his legacy to the sport, and what can you talk about it?
I don't know too much personally about Vitor. I mean, I know a little where I know he lost his sister, and you know that must have sucked. I also too lost a coach. This camp happened like 4 weeks ago, if I'm correct, and I lost a best friend too, right around each other, and got sick. And you know, for a fighter, it's more emotional. You know, we're our worst critic. And there's a lot going into this where I almost even backed out. I was like, I'm not emotionally ready. I can't even get over the fact I lost someone. But you know what, man? He did a lot for the sport. He fought a lot of people. And I'm one of those guys where I look at the positive affirmation. Everyone's going to look at the negative affirmation. Who does not have shit in their closet? Like, come on. If you can say you have nothing in your closet, you're a piece of shit. But everyone has stuff in their closet. And if he's going to leave his legacy Sunday, you know, I mean, I'm not going to lose, but if he's going to leave his legacy for everything he's done, I applaud that, man. I have nothing bad to say about the guy. He's a great guy. He's one of the guys I look up to, you know, and someday, maybe some young cat's going to be like, I'm going to fuck Uriah up, so I'm not saying that. Yeah, Vitor's cool.
Cool.
Nobody wants me to hear talk shit. All right, man, let me tell y'all, motherfucker.
Can you talk about the styles, though, like how you guys match up and, you know?
Vitor?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Your style and him in fighting, you know?
Vitor is a what? He's a striker. I've never seen a submission game even though it's a black belt. I mean, who wants to watch guys roll around and hug each other? But, you know, I think he's going to come at me. If he's working with, what's that guy from GSP camp? That dude? Anyway, that guy. I know they're, you know, being strategic. And if you're going to go out of camp like that, you got to be strategic. And it's hard to train for a guy like me, you know? I surprise myself sometimes, like, did I just do that? So I'm sure he has a good game plan. I highly doubt it'll work, but it's about whoever goes out there and imposes the will, you know? It's exciting, man.
Do you think with it being his final fight, maybe it changed some of his game plan? You know, leaving it on the cage. I mean, you always leave it on the octagon, but maybe he is going through a different mindset with this being his final fight and how he's approaching it going into it?
I think so. If you watch Michael Bisping against GSP, I watch Michael Bisping all the time, and I'm like, that is not Michael Bisping. You know, he let everything get in his head, and that's the crazy thing about being a single athlete in the sport. Sometimes that negative affirmation is like a drop of poison. It contaminates you. I don't know Michael Bisping too well, but I've watched most of his fight, and I didn't. You know, he has a great pace. he can keep going. I know that was a different weight for GSP, and not taking anything away from him. His mindset was already out the door. He's like, listen, I fought most of the best guys in the world. This is probably one of the last best guys I'll fight. My contract is up. I have one more fight after this. It just weighs you down. It's a different type of hunger you have to go in there. For younger guys, they're hungry, man. They want that title, you know. They want that fame and all that money. But over a while, you look at it, you're like, it's nothing, bro. It's really nothing. I saw a video the other day of Mike Tyson, and some guy was like, man, look at all these amazing accomplishments, and he threw the belt. Like, that's a piece of shit. That's nothing to me. My kids are something important to me, you know? So I think over time you kind of understand the perspective of how to think and see what's really important. And, you know, this is just a journey. It's just a story carved in my life. 20 years from now, no one will probably know who the fuck I am. But at least I'll understand that, you know what? I went out there and I had fun, and I did something that many people will never fucking do, and I did it.